Hey, Mikey, I got a joke for you. You ready?
Oh, God. Must we?
We must.
Must we? Must
We
we?
must, I'm afraid. Why don't carnivorous caterpillars make good motivational speakers?
I don't know.
Because their motto is, if you can't beat 'em, eat 'em. Okay, here's another. Why don't carnivorous caterpillars make good vegans?
Why?
Because they keep eating their friends who are on a plant-based diet. Tough crowd, tough crowd. Hey, everybody. I'm Robin Hohweiler, or Mr. Robin to you, and as always, I'm here with my fabulous entomologist sidekick, the reigning queen of the bug underground, and a pretty good shot with a can of Raid besides, Mikel Murray Robinson, a.k.a. Mikey-on-the-Mic. Say hello to our bug-loving audience, Mikey.
Well, hello, bug-loving audience. I am one with you.
Yeah, no, she really is.
I know. I like to put bugs in my mouth.
Oh, God.
Stop it.
Great. This is episode 53 of Mr. Robin's Hood podcast, and we're coming at you digitally from our scenic secret location somewhere within the range of a 7-iron of the Woodward Muni Golf Course.
And it's
Woodward,
a busy one out there today.
It really is.
There's like 12
people out there. It's kind of a nice day, and there's all people out there playing.
I can see them through the window.
But we're not going to tell you where we are.
Nope, that's a secret.
All right, Mikey, strap in because today we're jumping headfirst into a topic you tossed my way.
I love to toss things your way, like hot potatoes.
Like a hot potato not too long ago. The spine-tingling tale of a caterpillar species recently discovered prancing around the lush, hula-filled landscapes of Hawaii. And get this, it's not just carnivorous, it's a bona fide bone collector.
Ugh.
You see what I did there?
I love that. I'm a bone collector. I just came and collected bones at your
But
place.
are you bona fide?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it.
I mean, seriously. As if I needed another reason to clutch a teddy bear and sleep with the lights on. These critters are rarer than a unicorn at a car dealership.
Did you know a unicorn is Scotland's animal?
Really?
Yes. I learned that. I thought it was a goat, and I was mistaken. It's a unicorn, and I feel like that's so deceiving. All the children, I want to go to Scotland to see the national animal. That's not real.
And for now, these creatures have been spotted solely within a dense green 5-mile square on Oahu. I say for now because let's be real. It's only a matter of time before they decide to pack their tiny suitcases and take a vacation to a forest here on the mainland.
I want to draw a picture of one of these bone collector caterpillars carrying a little suitcase, which I feel like the suitcase is full of other little bones they collected.
Oh, well, very good.
They don't need pants.
They just throw it on there.
Yeah, they just put it in their little, suitcase.
So picture this, Mikey. A clumsy post-grad student on a Hawaiian adventure stumbles upon one of these creepy crawlies and thinks, hey, let's bring this back as a souvenir. Next thing you know, he's secretly zapping it with radiation in his basement, turning it into a skyscraper-sized monstrosity with a taste.
It's like, honey, I shrunk the kids. Honey, I blew up the bone collecting caterpillar.
Cue the scene where it transforms into a giant killer moth.
Oh, my goodness.
Flapping its way through the U.S. through U.S. cities, and we're all dialing up Japan for a Godzilla cameo to save us from this epic disaster. That's my wild and wacky spin on the whole bone-collecting carnivorous caterpillar saga. What's your take, Mikey?
Wow, that blew my mind a little bit. I feel like you had a lot more time to think about this
Too much.
than I did.
Too much.
But I feel like it's somewhat similar in the fact that, like, I had an idea of them, like, collecting bones
Mhm.
and then stacking them up and making a house out of them. So, like, instead of them, like, carrying them on their back and stuff, they lived in a bone house, collected of bones that they, yeah.
Well,
And then they
actually,
collected them, and then they had this little home, and it's like every little bone is how they stay out of the elements.
yeah.
Hmm.
Actually, it's just camouflage.
You know what? That makes more sense in the natural world than them building their own little bone castle, but whatever. It seems cool.
So I did do a little research on this because
Yes.
I thought it was really interesting. And the more I read, the more interesting it got, and the deeper you go. I was going down rabbit holes all over the place.
I love that for you.
But this particular caterpillar, and I'm just going to drop the East Coast affectation. So, as we would say in Northwest Oklahoma, caterpillar, nicknamed the bone collector. This particular caterpillar secretly mooches off the web of host spiders by covering itself with parts of the prey that it eats. That keeps their hosts at bay because the spiders won't eat rotten flesh. Who knew?
What? Spiders won't eat rotten flesh? Really?
Apparently not. Not according to Science Magazine.
Oh, Science Magazine knows everything.
The thing about these is that they are also cannibalistic, which is why scientists believe is the reason you can only find one carnivorous caterpillar occupying a spider web at any one time.
Interesting. You know what's interesting?
So it's got a cousin's bones on its back.
Yeah, it's got his cousin's bones. He's ruthless. It reminds me, and I'm going back to Alice in Wonderland. Remember the caterpillar?
Yeah.
I feel like he was a bone collector. He smoked a pipe. He collected bones. That's the thing he did.
Could be.
I believe it. Yeah, they didn't portray that in the movie, but those folklore stories that they come from. Yeah, I believe it.
Huh.
He's a freak with a lot of bones on his back.
So these bugs were initially discovered about 17 years ago, but it was only recently that entomologists became convinced that it wasn't a one-off behavior anomaly. The research is still going on. And you would read the comments that these scientists would write as they were out in the field watching these bugs, and they name them.
Mm-hmm.
They give them a name, and then they kind of keep track of them. Bone collectors, and I will say there are different variations of these carnivorous caterpillars.
Sure.
The bone collectors are the ones we're kind of focused on. They are not parasitic nor symbiotic with spiders. Truly, they're just scavengers who have adapted to surviving on the web of spider hosts and eating whatever leftovers the spiders leave.
The spiders have no idea, really, and essentially, that's what you're saying.
But that's the thing. So if they're on the web and they start moving around, the spider's going to come, see what's tripping the web. But these guys
But then he
supposedly
sees the bodies of all the dead things he ate, and he was like, well, that's just my trash.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my
landfill.
That's my web trash. My little landfill in the corner of my web here.
Yeah. And scientists believe that they've been around this particular variety of the carnivorous caterpillar has been around for millions of years.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And I'm trying.
The whole ecosystem of life in general, and people are like, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. Everybody eats fucking everybody, man. It depends on the situation, but...
Well, and the thing that really got me was if you look at the moth that it eventually becomes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's just a gorgeous moth, isn't it?
It
it's the most
is,
beautiful...
but it's like it's got feathers hanging off the bottoms of the wings. There's like fringe hanging off there, and it's like really cool. But I'm trying to figure out if the moths are also, like
carnivorous.
Carnivorous. Well? I don't know.
I don't either.
I didn't get that
far into the research. We're still working on the research, people. It's still interesting either way.
Yeah.
It really is.
But I'm kind of interested in what it was that turned you on about all this.
Well, so making a long story kind of short, Vicky, the lady who runs our gift shop at the museum, she ran across this article about them. And she's like, I just thought you'd think this is cool because, I'm into weird stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, thank you. So she passed it to me and I read it and I was like, this is bizarre and interesting.
True.
All in the same, boat. And I was like, we have to talk about this. I mean, carnivorous caterpillars. I mean, you just look at caterpillars and you're like these cute little things that just roam around and scrunch around and they're scavengers.
Yeah.
They're dirty little bitches.
Well, yeah. And they look more like a little stick in a way. They're not your typical looking caterpillar.
They're not those horned caterpillars that come on my tomatoes that are like
that I pick off and smash them.
Yeah.
Or
all that green goo inside.
The furry ones.
That you
see a lot. But no. These are and then they get kind of icky looking because they get all these body parts stacked up on them.
I think that's amazing, though. I think that's interesting. I mean, it's in a sense their defense mechanism.
Well, yeah,
in a way
they've
that
adapted.
They adapt and camouflage themselves away from the spiders, which I also think spiders are fascinating. Oh. Actually, I think all bugs are fascinating.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Yeah, I do. I will put one in my mouth.
Oh, God.
I will eat some bugs. It seems like the right thing to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me know.
I'm going to give them a little tasty taste. I'm like, what kind of freak stuff's in here? Like, I'm the type of person I'm going to try anything once. We tried these overdone eggs. What? They're not done at all. Preserved eggs. I bought them at the Chinese market.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, they're preserved. So you open and it's like the egg is almost kind of like it was boiled, but it wasn't actually boiled.
Yeah.
So it was just preserved.
Yeah.
And so the white part is like this gelatin and it's kind of see-through and it's like kind of the like brownish color.
Yeah.
And I'm smelling it. I'm like, oh, well, the yolk kind of smells funky dunk. The white part, it didn't smell super bad. We cut off a sliver. I tried that and I was like, this is really good. And then the yolk was black at this point. Yeah. And we scraped a little bit of the black yolk and I smelled it and it smelled like, no, it was bad. It smelled something I shouldn't put in my mouth, but I did it anyway because you never know, because there's like the rule of like what I call thirds. Oh. It's either like when you try to decide if something is good to eat, you look at it. Does it look bad? No. But if it looks bad, okay, then you go on to smelling it. If it doesn't smell bad, then you taste it. Well, in this case, it looked and smelled bad, but people eat this shit. So I was like, I'm going to put it in my mouth a little.
We need to etch that into stone somewhere.
the rule of thirds of trying food.
There you go.
And so then I tried the, black yolk, and it didn't taste bad. It really didn't. But it was hard for me to get over the fact that it looked and smelled bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
It was like a whole mental
been
thing.
there,
So I
I've done
feel
it.
like if you grew up in that culture, eating that kind of thing, it wouldn't be nothing.
Yeah.
Because really, it wasn't as repulsive as I thought that it might be.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So call me the bone collecting caterpillar of whatever food that you don't want to put in your mouth.
There you go.
Because I'm going to try it once. But I don't know that I enjoyed it. I don't know that I enjoyed it. I don't know. Well, luckily they were like $4.99 for a pack of like 6.
Holy cow.
Did
you wind up eating all 6?
No, shit, no. You kidding me? I haven't got that far yet. I'm thinking about bringing them over here. No, I want to give it another shot, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'd start having flashbacks.
It's interesting.
Did that. Yeah.
It's interesting. But animals are fascinating and not just bugs and entomology in general, but all animals. Because they eat some whacked stuff. Even my cats. Eat some whacked stuff.
Oh, I know.
The ones that go outside and they like catch and eat shit and they're like sitting there. Like the other day, Junior was playing with a dead baby bird that I was devastated. It was this pair of robins, and I had walked outside on my way to work. And you got a pair?
They're building a nest.
Are they?
Yeah.
And they're like making a little fuss. I'm like, oh, they're singing. It's the morning. They're singing. And I put my stuff in the car, and then I realized like, oh, these birds are pissed off. And so then like I see my 2 cats, and Junior has their fledgling. Where they get out of the nest, but sometimes the parents will take care of them for 1 to 2 weeks and feed them until they can fly.
Right.
Yeah, my cat's got it. And then I'm like, I feel like a bag of dicks because I just willy-nilly let my cats out. And I'm like, these beautiful birds. And then my cats murders their baby in front of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. And by the time I realized what happened, that bird was dead as a doornail. And then I'm like conflicted with well, should I let my cat be a bone collector and eat the shit out of this thing? Or should I take it from him and be like, no? And I'm like, well, this is instinct. I mean, I can't beat this out of him. I can't know this out of him in another sense. So I just let it happen.
Wow. Congratulations. You have stretched this episode way beyond the boundaries of anything we were actually going to be talking about. And I appreciate it for one.
You're welcome. And that's the end of my story.
So we hope you folks conveniently listening at home or in your car enjoyed that. If you have questions for either Mikey or myself about today's episode or any other darn thing, you can email us at mr.robin@mrrobinshood.com or Mikey@mrrobinshood.com. Also, you can find us on Facebook at Mr. Robin's Hood Podcast. As always, you can also reach out to Mikey or me via Podophone at 580-827-0472. Maybe you just want to get something off your chest, or you're feeling some butt pain because of something we said during a podcast.
And if it was about my cat's killing a bird, that's life. That's the ecosystem. That's the circle of life, and I hated it.
There you go.
But it is what it is.
Give us a call. Give us a call, unless, of course, you're an angry post-grad entomologist looking to drop some weird venomous
or an angry
bugs
birder
on my bed for my earlier disparaging comments. In which case, you'll definitely want to contact Mikey. You can leave a voicemail. Text us if you have a question, concern, complaint, compliment, suggestion, whatever. Just don't be a dick about it. One of the things we're hoping to do in 2025 is offer a podcast internship. If you'd like to work with a couple of seasoned podcasting pros, give us a call or email us. I think we're probably looking for someone pursuing a mass communications or broadcast journalism major. We won't be paying a salary, but we will offer a monthly stipend. We'll also pay mileage too from wherever we're podcasting.
And you'll get some really great life skills, work skills.
Oh, yeah.
That are worth more than any penny.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can't get this anymore.
And there are free drinks and food at least once a month when we record the episodes. We need help with maintaining the podcast schedule, booking podcast guests, and possibly down the road editing the recorded episodes and even running the board. So please give us a call or drop us an email if you're interested. In the meantime, tell all your friends to listen to this podcast as though their lives depend upon it. As always, you can stream or download episodes of Mr. Robin's Hood podcast wherever you usually find that sort of nonsense. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Podbean app, Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Listen Notes, and Podchaser. You can also stream them directly from our Podbean website at mrrobinshoodpodcast.podbean.com. For free. So we'll close now.
You can't get anything for free.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. So we'll close now by reminding everyone, as we always do, to stay hungry, stay foolish, and most importantly, stay weird. You creepy, loving freaks.
That's me. Bye.